What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television here on a Sunday morning as we get you ready for Bucs versus the Denver Broncos here live from Raymond James Stadium. I'm your host, Peter Blake, live here from What the Buck Tailgate. How do we start off this show? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. Let's get it out of the way, Bucs fans, because I know you want to call up. I know you want to talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 2-0. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, as we take your phone calls and read your comments on this show. Let me just give out the number. You know it also, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as your Bucs are coming off a big-time win over the Detroit Lions, 20-16 to move to 2-0. An impressive victory over a Lions team that beat them in the divisional playoff game last year. And with all the injuries mounting up, not only from last week, but now this week, because that is definitely the other story of the week, as Vita Vea will not be in this game. Kalijah Kancey will be missing this game. Luke Gedeke, and of course, Antoine Winfield Jr. So can the Tampa Bay Buccaneers backups, once again, like last week, step up in those roles? We'll definitely discuss that as they are welcoming a Denver Bronco team that is still looking for their first win after being 0-2 with a rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, who, by all accounts, has struggled mightily with 4 interceptions. So we'll see what Sean Payton, Bo Nix, our old friend Sean Payton there, can cook up for this Denver Bronco team as people are walking by here. And we're going to definitely talk to you. Let me go out to the Plunder here. Plunder with the follows. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Michael Holt. Peter, good morning. Looking to barbecue some Bronco later. And, I'm right here, right next to Boss Ross Barbecue and Catering. I'm just going to give a free plug. 727-564-6969. Hoping that they come over here and give me some early morning barbecue. I'm looking forward to having that. So again, Boss Ross Barbecue there. So yeah, absolutely looking to barbecue some Bronco today, and we'll see what happens, because not only do you have Bo Nix, of course, you have Javonte Williams, which will definitely be a challenge with, again, Vita Vea out of this game. Guys like Mike Green, CJ Brewer definitely have to step up. No Kalijah Kancey. Gaines saw a lot of snaps, so we'll see what happens with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. But, honestly, by all accounts, this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team should win this game today and win easily. Talking to my guy, Harry the Greek, which we'll have on in just a little bit here, he tells me, push it all in, because this is his game of the week. And Harry, when he's on something, he's on it. So he feels like this Bucs team, led by, of course, Baker Mayfield right now, early in the season, only 1 interception, 5 touchdowns, didn't necessarily have the greatest numbers to write home about. But the thing that you like about Baker Mayfield is that this is his team now. This is not Tom Brady's team. This is not some other quarterback's team. This is Baker Mayfield's team. And Mayfield showed that last week with the rushing opportunities there. Juking out a Detroit defender, and then eventually going in to the end zone. And again, didn't necessarily have the best numbers, if you will, but led this team to victory and didn't commit those mistakes. And that's probably one of the biggest keys into this game, no matter what this Bronco team has, right? Because they're 0-2. You look at their roster, not great. Nothing to write home about when it comes down to it. But that Sean Payton is going to have this team ready to go. And Sean Payton has been a thorn in that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team side for the longest time, of course, coaching the Saints for, the last 10 to 15 years. So we'll see definitely what happens with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team today. Will they be able to establish offense? Because they only scored 20 points as Buccaneer fans walking by here at What the Buck Tailgate. as we're awaiting for Harry the Greek to come on here. Maybe Tampa Bay Ray, Leo Haggerty. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get them on. But I want to go out to these comments. Again, it comes down to offense for me today. Of course, the matchup also you have to be looking at is this offensive line. Can this offensive line and Rachaad White, who has a minor groin injury, can he establish this run game, or is it Bucky Irving? If you guys are fantasy football heads out there, I've got White, I've got Irving in case they were going to, in case White was going to miss this for injury. It looks like he's going to play, just a minor groin injury, but the thing that you're worried about, not only with White and his struggles, but also for that to become a lingering thing. So hopefully it's not a lingering thing, and hopefully this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team can establish the run as Buccaneer fans are walking by. How you doing? You're good? How you doing? You want to get on? You want to get on? All right, come on. And this is what we do here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Go ahead, put those headphones on. Get into that mic. Look into that camera. There you go. What's your name? I shouldn't say where you're calling from. What's your name? Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show.
I'm Tommy from Temple Terrace.
All right, Tommy. All right. I think you've been on here before, right?
Yes, I have.
All right. So give me your thoughts on that game last week versus the Lions.
Guys, you got to give Todd Bowles credit. You guys stepped up with all the injuries. Vita Vea. No Antoine Winfield Jr.
No Cansey. Yep.
No Cansey.
Yes.
And guys stepped up. Greg Gaines.
Yes.
Logan Hall.
Yes, Logan Hall. Forget about him, but yeah, absolutely. That was big.
Well. Tyke Smith.
Right.
Jordan Whitehead was big.
Huge.
Getting him back.
Absolutely. Huge. As Bucs fans are walking by, you're absolutely right. Going back to Whitehead there, I love that signing when they made it. It was an under the radar, and it definitely comes back to pay dividends, if you will, especially on that 4th and 8 tackling that wide receiver so he doesn't get the first down. So that definitely paid dividends for the Bucs last week. You talk about Todd Bowles. Were you first and foremost, were you a Todd Bowles fan when he came here, when he became the head coach, or were you a lot like a lot of Bucs fans saying he's not emotional enough? And the last 10 games, 8-2, by the way. Have you warmed up to Todd Bowles?
I think so. Yeah.
After think so?
After they finished the season strong last year, won 5.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
After he finished strong last year, and now he's won 2 games.
Yeah.
I think the players are starting to buy in.
They are starting to buy in. It certainly seems like they are starting to buy in.
And I think getting rid of Devin White was the best that could have happened.
Well,
he was just an attitude, and he's not lost his start. He's just locker room cancer. Get him out of here.
Well, and I tell you another guy that really stepped up last week. That'd be Savasier Dennis. Past the Cavassier to Savasier Dennis with 8 tackles, really showing up. Talk is this week KJ Britt is still going to be the starter, but Dennis is definitely going to see some playing time. So you look at this matchup versus the Denver Broncos. Feel pretty good about it. I mean, it's kind of a trap game, and I throw it out there. It's not for long. Right. It's the NFL.
It's the NFL.
Right.
You can't take any teams lightly.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm getting a feeling this is a different Bucs team. They're going to
Yes. No, go ahead.
We're ready to play.
Yeah.
We're at home. Denver's got to travel here. They're not used to the heat. So I think everything's in our advantage.
I'll tell you what, Tommy, let's go out to the phone lines. I believe this is Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, welcome to the Evolution.
Man, where you at? Where you at?
I'm over here at What the Buck, my friend. What the Buck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You ready for this game today, Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I'm down here around the stadium.
Okay. Well, you have to definitely come over here. Meet yours truly on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, along with Tommy and all the Bucs fans at What the Buck, right across the street from Raymond James Stadium, my friend.
Oh, you right across the street?
I'm right across the street. I'm right out here with no tent. Bacon right now. Bacon like hopefully Baker Mayfield does today on the field.
Oh, yeah, man. Baker is going to have a real good day, and my defense, we are going to get out there, and we're going to play and hopefully hurry up and get well, and he can come on back. for Philly next week.
Well, look, the Bucs definitely were able to avoid. I got to let you go here, Mr. Williams. Call me back because I got a little bit of feedback. I can't deal with that feedback there. But you talk about it. He talks about it. Baker Mayfield having a big day. How many touchdowns do you think Baker Mayfield could have possibly versus the Denver Broncos, and kind of setting the table here for this show? Patrick Surtain Jr., not his father. Father is a pretty good player. He's also a pretty good player versus Mike Evans there in a 1-on-1 matchup. And Chris Godwin going off last week for over 100 yards. Let's go out to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Evolution.
We got breaking news.
What's the breaking news, sir?
Somebody just said Baker Mayfield is out.
No, I did not see that, but let's go ahead and look at Twitter here.
No.
Because he has a cold. According to ESPN, somebody said on ESPN. I'm about to look now. Uh-oh.
Okay, we'll go ahead, Eric. We'll check that out here. We'll check it on Twitter at this point. There has been some illness running around this week, so we'll definitely check it out here.
Oh, no. Are we in trouble now? Is Baker not the boy? Are we in trouble?
I mean.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I think
trust time.
I think you're panicking for nothing there. I'm going to let you go, Eric, because I can't deal with the oh no in the morning at this point. So let me go ahead and check here. Let's go ahead and check, see if Baker Mayfield is out of this game.
Inactives aren't out yet.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I did not see that.
The inactives aren't out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're getting back to it here. How many touchdowns do you think Baker Mayfield will have today if he plays in this game, if this report is accurate?
I say 2. We'll go 3.
3 touchdowns? Okay.
Mike gets 1, Chris gets 1, and then Bucky Irving gets his first.
Bucky Irving gets 1? Ooh.
Gets his first career touchdown.
Okay. All right, so Bucky Irving for you. How many wins did you have coming into the season?
I had 10.
10? Okay.
But after last week, I'm kind of thinking about changing it.
Changing it? Yeah.
Maybe.
Impressive victory. Go ahead and talk about that victory a little bit, because I think there's a lot of Bucs fans out there where, like Eric just now, kind of panicking, saying all these injuries, there's no chance that the Bucs have a chance to win this. And once again, backups are able to step up. So how impressive was that victory versus the Lions last week?
Very impressive. Guys
okay.
They held them with 3 in the red zone, which is key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One touch, good red zone defense. I mean, couldn't ask. Just like to get a little more pressure. Hopefully that maybe dial up some more blitzes, especially against a rookie quarterback today.
Right.
I want to see a little more. Maybe you might want to blitz a little more.
Okay, and I don't see anything on Baker Mayfield at this point.
Yeah, he wasn't on the injury report.
Yeah, I didn't
see him on the injury report all week.
So we'll wait to confirm that. But this is from Brianna Dix of Buccaneers.com. Of course, Antoine Winfield out, Kalijah Cansey out, Luke Gedeke out, and then also Vita Vea, as we came in, is also out of that. So what's your score prediction here for Bucs versus the Broncos?
I'm going to go 27-17 Bucs.
All right, 27-17. Stand by here, Tommy. We'll get you in just a moment. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Hey, Peter, this is Mauricio. Not sure if you remember, we worked together last year.
I believe, yes, we did. How you doing, bud? What's up?
Good, man. Good to see you out there. I see you're at What the Buck.
Yes, absolutely. We're at What the Buck here. And once again, there's a troll that is in the chat room spreading erroneous rumors about Baker Mayfield.
I saw that.
Baker Mayfield is playing in this game. Eric, please, guys, with the fake news and all that stuff, come on, guys. All right, what's on your mind today? Welcome to the Sports Web.
So first off, make sure you guys stay cool out there. I see the heat hitting you guys.
Yes, they tried. Listen, they tried to get the tent, and the tent was like shadowing up here. So, and my mom's probably watching. She's probably shaking her head saying, why didn't you wear a hat today? I wanted to get some sun. I want to get some tan here. So that's what we're going to do. I want to make sure that the shot looks good. The shot looks good. We got plenty of sunlight and plenty of reaction from Bucs fans in the background.
Oh, yeah. Well, first off, I think what's important today is Chris Godwin. 2 words, Chris Godwin, plain and simple. I mean, the man is on fire.
Yes.
He single-handedly carried us last week, and as long as he stays consistent today, we're going to see everything. We're going to see Mike Evans. I mean, Rashad White has been, on and off. Bucky Irving is definitely carrying the load, though, with Rashad White. But I think the consistency in Chris Godwin is going to be massive today.
Well, and that's been the big-time story also, and that was, last week he was the go-to guy. And we talked about it on this show, Mauricio, as Godwin was going to be put back into his natural position of slot, which he got out of last year, and you could see the end result out of the first 2 games. He's definitely one of the focal points of this offense, and it certainly seems like here, my friend, that Mayfield has some chemistry with Godwin. You saw that last week, over 100 yards of receiving in the first half, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then here's another thing, Baker Mayfield's getting confident as well. We're seeing all these quarterbacks learn how to get out of the pocket and, try to make runs on their own. It seems like quarterbacks are starting to run a lot more this season. So just seeing Baker get confident and, make plays on his own is special. I mean, we all saw that juke against the Lions. That was beautiful. Baker definitely bakes when he needs to, but he just needs to be careful on those runs because, one bad hit and the guy's out. So as long as he's careful with that.
And you saw him slide. You saw him protect himself there. You've seen that with Baker Mayfield, and I think that's what a lot of Bucs fans appreciate about Mayfield is when he has to get that 3rd or 4th down and he has to accomplish it. Excuse me if I can talk here early on a Sunday morning. He's willing to put his shoulder pad down and go for that extra yard or 2. So it's impressive. Give me a score prediction. Give me a player of the game. Bucs versus the Broncos, Mauricio. And appreciate the call, by the way.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for having me on. First call here. I think player of the game is definitely going to be Baker. I mean, it's going to come down to him. Everyone's saying, we're going to blow out Denver. We're going to, take advantage of them coming down to the heat here in Tampa. But let's not forget they're hungry. They're 0-2. They need a win, whether it's at home or on the road. So they're not going to be easy. But I think Baker, just being the smart playmaker he is, he's going to be the man of the match. He's going to lead us to this win today.
Yeah, I like him against this defense because you really don't know that much about this defense and what no really named players. The roster is kind of in shuffle right now and kind of rebuild mode for Sean Payton. They're looking for their first win, and they got a rookie quarterback at the controls. Mauricio, appreciate the call. Use your second call and join us on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on the post-game live from Raymond James Stadium on the field after the game in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show, all right?
All right, thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, man, appreciate it. There you go. You can absolutely do it. You can call this show up a phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Live here from What the Buck. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Go ahead and get out of here because I know you're sweating. You're ready for the game. But once again, go ahead and tell everybody out there, the webheads on the Sports Web, who you are, where they can follow you on your socials, and give me a score prediction before we leave.
I'm Tommy Leveroni from Temple Terrace, and I'm X whatever they call it these days.
X Twitter. We don't even know these days. Yeah.
It's Tommy_Leveroni, Leverone on X.
Okay. All right, Tommy.
27-17 Bucs.
All right, man. 27-17 Tampa Bay Bucs. I like it a lot.
How about them Bucs, baby?
I like it. It is exciting, and also there we go, right there. So, who do we got here? I know who this is. Come on over here, Sugar, right there. If you don't know who this lady is, then you've been sleeping in a cave. She's one of the biggest Bucs fans I know. Welcome to the Evolution. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Sugar.
Hey, Buck fans. This is Shanicia Bryan. How are you?
I'm doing great. Tell us about this What the Buck, because we've been out here for the last couple of weeks. We'll be out here next week for the Eagles game. What are these Bucs fans missing?
Listen, we are the only Hall of Fame tailgate in Tampa. We're right across the street from the stadium. Everything all inclusive, $40. Best $40 in Tampa.
Yeah, at best $40 in Tampa. And I tell you right now, that barbecue is over there. I put it out. I'm hoping somebody comes over, heard that spot. I'm looking for some food. What kind of eats do we got today at the What the Buck tailgate?
We got the one and only Wicked Oak Barbecue on site. We got Tito's vodka. We got Union beer.
Yeah.
Anything, we got it.
Nice. All right. What do you think about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Go back to last year. Were you a Baker Mayfield guy? Because listen, I know you. And you know me, I'm a Florida State fan. We were Jameis Winston people, and
Yes.
then Tom Brady comes here and transforms the franchise, and then he leaves, and Baker Mayfield comes in here. And the fan base, I think they weren't necessarily buying into Baker Mayfield. Shanicia, have you bought into Baker Mayfield and that style? Let Baker,
Listen,
let's go, let's bake, right?
Shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake to be my best friend for life.
Listen, love his attitude, love his swag. He's a go-getter.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love Baker here.
All right, what do you think about this matchup today? And what do you think about the win last week versus the Lions?
Listen, we needed that win. We owed them
Yes.
that whooping.
Yes.
And as far as Denver, listen, we're getting some guys back. We're missing some guys, but I think we'll be okay.
Be okay. All right, give me a score prediction and a player of the game.
I'm looking at Jordan Whitehead.
Okay.
And I think we have it 24-14.
24-14 Tampa Bay. I like that. I like that.
How about them Bucs, baby?
I like that. All right, now tell everybody out there, if they don't know you, how long you been a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan for?
I've been a fan since 79, actually.
Wow.
Since we lost that game to the Rams.
79, so you remember that?
I remember that.
And I always talk about this and laugh, and I was shaking my head because my mom, she always tells me stories about 1979, and I think she's fibbing me when she says Leroy goes out, Doug Williams goes out, and the Bucs have no chance at that point. I'm like, you're lying, and then you go back into it. Mom's never wrong. She wasn't lying
Moms
about
are
that.
Never wrong, baby.
What do you remember specifically besides the NFC Championship game about that 1979
I just
team?
remember that score. And oddly enough, I remember those yellow and blue uniforms.
Ugly.
And ugly.
Ugly.
But mainly the score. I just remember that 9-0 score.
Yeah, 9-0 score. All right, great stuff here. All right, so you gave your score prediction. You gave me your player of the game. Who's your favorite Tampa Bay Buccaneer of all time? I know this is a hard one.
Warren Sapp, it's not hard, baby.
Why is
99.
Why Sapp?
He always left everything on the field, every game.
Do you think he gets a bad rap with this fan base a little bit, or with the outside national media? Because
he absolutely does get a bad rap. But
okay,
Tampa fans know and love him, so that's all that matters.
All right, Shawnisha, thanks a lot for joining me. Finally, on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, go ahead and tell the webheads once again who you are.
Go Bucs, baby.
All right, go Bucs, absolutely.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Appreciate you as always. All right.
Take care, y'all.
Yep. Oh, don't forget those headphones right there. Yep, I know. It's so easy.
Baby.
Thank you. Appreciate you. So there you go. That's a fan's perspective. That's what you get here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, live from What the Buck. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So, guys, enough with the erroneous information. Come on, Cam. You're better than that with that nonsense at this point. So we'll go out and read some of these comments. Absolutely like the Bronco comment. Eric, hi, Peter Blake. How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go out to Eric LFG. All right, who do we got here? Let's get them on the Evolution. Come on in here. Put those cans on. Get in that. Get into that mic there. Look into that camera. You're on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, live from What the Buck. What's your name? Go ahead and introduce yourself here to the webheads.
Skip Brown.
Skip Brown. All right. What are you famous for? Because Scott was saying something along the lines, or how long you been a Bucs fan for?
From 76, man.
76. So you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Lived it.
Do you remember the Bucs? And this was thrown out today on the NFL preview, so I'll just steal it. Do you remember the Bucs that season were actually up on the Broncos 13-10? It was an interdivisional because at that time the Bucs started out and the AFC West, they were actually up 13-10, went on to lose really badly. I think 38-13.
Wow.
You remember that game from the Broncos? All right.
I would have been 9 years old.
9 years old. Well, I started watching the Bucs when I was 8 years old, so I definitely know how you feel when it comes to being a longtime Bucs fan. So with that being said, what did you think about that victory last week versus the Lions?
That was a big win.
Yeah?
Much needed confidence boost for all of us.
Definitely confidence boost. So what do you think of Baker Mayfield? Yeah, you buy into Baker Mayfield? Did you?
So I was not high on the signing.
Okay. Why not?
Just because of him bouncing around. And I actually, like a lot of Buck fans, figured last year was our year to get out from under dead cap.
Sure.
And get our quarterback in the draft.
Makes sense. Makes lots of sense. A lot of people were saying that, go get your quarterback in the draft. Hold on a sec here as I'm getting some notifications. Stand by. Let me just turn that down. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So not high. Now you're high on Baker Mayfield?
He had me at week 1.
Had you at week 1, huh?
Week 1. We went up to Minnesota, and just his play, his fire, his moxie, and the way you could see that his teammates were bought in.
Right.
He got me.
Well, he got you probably with the 3rd down conversions, and he also got you probably with the 4th down. Get your weight up, boy. Yeah, got to love that. Got to love that. All right, so with that being said, you look at this matchup today versus an 0-2 Broncos team, a rookie quarterback that already has 4 interceptions. Sean Payton, a thorn in the side of this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team in the past. What's your score prediction? What's your key matchup to look out for if you're a Bucs fan right now against the Broncos?
I'm thinking 30-10.
30-10, okay.
I don't necessarily have a key matchup.
Okay.
You have to pressure the quarterback, of course.
Of course.
I think our biggest key is to end this streak and finally score an opening drive touchdown.
Yes.
And let this team play from ahead. Don't give the Broncos any confidence.
It's a good point.
Let's punch them in the face early.
Yeah.
And we need to run the ball. We have to figure out how to run the ball.
Well, I think that's also the big-time matchup you're looking at is Rachaad White has struggled. The running game last week struggled against the Lions team, had over 100 yards, but leading the way in that Commanders team was Bucky Irving. And I kind of wonder, and I hope this injury is not lingering, even though it's a minor groin injury. You're hoping that he could take advantage of it, that being White with this running game. You think he has over 100, or you think it's Bucky Irving's time here?
Do I think White has over 100?
Yeah, White has over 100, or do you think it's Bucky Irving time today?
I think it'll be a combination of both.
Okay.
I'd love to see 100. I'd love to see a $120 between the two of them.
Love it. It'd be nice
at
to
what
run the
point,
ball. Yeah.
If at all,
Right.
Bucky takes over the job, but we definitely have to figure out how to run the ball. Be able to lean on opposing defenses. Second half, in this heat, take advantage.
Yeah, it is hot out here. It's over 90 degrees. It feels like over 100 at this point, and you use that home field advantage. 100%. You've been to Bucs games before. A lot of people complain about the dome there at Tropicana watching the Rays. Do you feel like you wish you had a dome at this point with how hot it is out there right now?
It's hot.
Yeah.
But I don't want a dome.
Don't want a dome. Okay. So you deal with the heat.
Something similar. I deal with the heat.
Okay.
But something similar to what Miami has done would be nice.
Okay. Makes sense.
I like being outside. But
sure.
That shade sure feels nice.
Absolutely, it does feel nice. All right, give me a score prediction. Bucs versus the Broncos. Do the Bucs keep the Broncos winless?
Absolutely.
Score.
30-10.
30-10. All right, 30-10. Skip, thanks a lot for coming on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Once again, go ahead and introduce yourself to the webheads.
All right, Skip Brown, lifelong Buccaneer fan, season ticket holder. Let's go Bucs.
Let's go Bucs. Really quick. Favorite Tampa Bay Buccaneer of all time besides the Super Bowl? Who? Mike Evans. Why Mike Evans?
Sapp was my guy.
Okay.
I think he's the engine that made this thing go. I know a lot of people are Brooks fans, but Sapp was my guy. But Mike has moved past him.
All right, Mike has moved past him. Is Mike a Hall of Famer in your opinion? Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's amazing what he's done, right? 10 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
And just his value to this team, to the city. I mean, we love him, and he loves us back.
Favorite Super Bowl? The first one, Super Bowl 37, or Super Bowl 55 with Tom Brady? I got to ask the tough questions now.
I was at 55.
You were at 55.
Absolutely.
What's your best memory there? Because it was odd because you're going through a pandemic 100%. and you don't have a full stadium. Go ahead and take us back there to Super Bowl 55 if you could.
Just the whole idea of being the first team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium was awesome. And just being there and watching the confetti fall on my favorite squad.
Amazing stuff. Amazing. All right. Skip, thanks a lot for the time, man. Appreciate you. Yep, definitely. Don't be a stranger here on the Sports Web. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So, again, I will tell you that we're on the Sports Web here, live, getting you ready for Bucs versus the Broncos at the What the Buck tailgate. As it has been hot out here, but it's nice. It's not too overwhelming. We'll probably stay on for maybe 11:30, 11:45. Look at that float go by there with the Bucs truck. I wish I had another camera to show you this because it's pretty good stuff. All right, let's see. No trap game. Coaching has got them prepped for real. I mean, that's what it comes down to. right? I mean, we can all talk about Baker Mayfield. We can talk about, players that are stepping up in those situations for Kalijah Kancey, and of course, Vita Vea and Antoine Winfield Jr. and Luke Gedeke, which was rough last week because you gave up 5 sacks on their offensive line. You can't do that. You don't have Aiden Hutchinson today, but you still can't have those breakdowns because we all know that when you do have those breakdowns, bad things do happen. I want to go out to Instagram Live here. Zach Mitchell, Peter Blake, my guy. Bucs going 3-0. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and fire the air horn for that. He says, no nonsense on the show. Broncos are, I won't say that word. It's too early, and I don't want to get kicked off here by Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram Live. And once again, guys, we will be live at the end of the game on the field in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show, letting you know who won. Most likely, I think it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that can win this game. And again, it goes back for me, guys stepping up in those injury situations. They're going to definitely have to do that today. Christian Itzian playing well with an interception. And look, the numbers don't always tell the story, right? It's always, stats are for losers. Even though the Bucs have no sacks last week, they hit Jared Goff 11 times. That is huge. When you hit him, when you hit a quarterback, you can force him into those decisions that he doesn't necessarily want to make. And that's exactly what you want to do to Bo Nix, who is struggling. Had 246 yards of passing last week, but had a couple more interceptions, and now has 4 interceptions for the year and has 0 touchdowns. 0. So if you had your scorecard of your quarterbacks in this 2024 quarterback class to have 0 touchdowns, you won, and I don't think anybody had that happen. All right, so let's go back out to the comments, guys. Once again, no fake news, because you make me look online here and go crazy. I didn't hear anything, didn't see anything. So there is no breaking news at this point. Again, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. All right, so Bucs are ready to take the field. Are you ready? Absolutely ready for this game. Could this be a trap game today? Don't sleep on the Broncos. Again, yeah, I agree with you on that. You have to play your game. You can't have those critical turnovers, which we've seen. We haven't seen this year. We saw an interception before the half, but we know what kind of momentum-changing play that can be. Because even with the Broncos team that right now is desperate for a win, they have to get a win. Sean Payton will have this team ready to go, even in the heat, even against the Bucs team right now that is sky high at 2-0, with the New Orleans Saints, who are also 2-0 in that NFC South. And Philadelphia Eagles did not get the memo the other night because they could not defeat the Atlanta Falcons, who are 1-1 and have a tough matchup today with the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll get into more picks here later. Guess we'll get Harry the Greek on when we get a chance, and looking forward to having Leo Haggerty on here in just a little bit. But yeah, you go back to it. Could it be a trap game? Absolutely. It's not for long. We've seen upsets before happen. We've seen them again. But I definitely think this favors the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially when it comes down to the aspect of Bo Nix being a rookie quarterback and Todd Bowles, by the way, 11-5. So that whole thing of, Todd Bowles' defense, he's not really good against a rookie quarterback. That's not necessarily true. He is good against a rookie quarterback. He was good against Jaden Daniels. You force him into those running situations. He's not really able to throw. He's not able to throw for over 200 yards, so you limit that. That's exactly what you want to do today. You've got Josh Reynolds on one side there for the Broncos. Not a lot. There's not a lot of weapons there for this Bronco team, again. And Javonte Williams, who you're going to definitely be looking to shut down, because the staple of this Bucs defense is to shut down this running game. You shut down that running game, and you put the onus on Bo Nix as a rookie quarterback. And I like the chances of this Bucs defense being able to get after him and cause some major turnovers to give this Bucs offense a short field to work with. Let's go out to Yvonne Bush. Buccaneers got this. I like it.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go out to Eric here. We say Tampa Bay. Absolutely, Tampa Bay.
How about them Bucs,
Tampa
baby?
Bay. It is exciting. All right, let's go out to the Plunder. No trap game. Coaching's got us prepped. I mean, that's. I read that comment again because my question is, have you bought into Todd Bowles? Has Todd Bowles, and this stat was put out there today, the last 10 games has been 8-2. Have you bought into Todd Bowles with this Bucs fan base? Let me know here. Get on the phone lines if you want to talk about it. The Plunder says Bay. Absolutely. Eric says we say Tampa. Okay. Cam says he just announced Mayfield as a cold can't start today. That's wrong. Eric joking. Absolutely. Cam Sniffles will get that day off. I don't know what he's talking about. That's not true. Let me go out to Greg Cole. We will see if Peyton turns Denver into the dirtiest team in the NFL as he did in New Orleans. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And fire those cannons. Well, that's not fire the cannons. This is fire the cannons. There we go. All right, let's go out to Sitting here. Are we home today? They are home today at Raymond James Stadium against the 0-2 Denver Broncos. Trask will not start. No, he will not. How you doing? Let's go out to Jeremiah. Everyone, Shadow is here. Okay, thank you, Shadow, for tuning in.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Morning, peeps. Let's FB. Let's bake. Let's go! Peter, have you... God, you know, Cam, you really just are... I'm not going to read any more of your comments, Cam. Seriously, like, I'm not. Olga, thanks a lot for tuning in. Good morning, Peter. Good morning to you. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Zion will have a pick six. I mean, that was the other guy that really showed out last week was Zion McCollum. And as I talked about on the postgame show and on Monday, the Bucs made the right decision to move on from Carlton Davis and go with Zion McCollum. Big-time tackles in this game. We always knew that he had the athleticism as a fifth-round pick. You knew that. The Bucs knew that. What you had to work on is technique. What you had to work on at that point is him being able to tackle. He could have had 3 interceptions last week. And, you know, when you get that interception, the first play of the game, which I think the Bucs caught a break there, right? Because it looked like it was interference, but he's able to take advantage of that. Again, you give the Bucs that opportunity to get on the board. First, not a touchdown. I believe 22 consecutive drives. The Bucs don't have a touchdown on their opening drive, so we'll see if they could do something about that today against the Denver Broncos. But, again, you get that interception. You take the crowd out of the game. I don't know who this is. This is a telemarketer. You can't be calling me on Sundays. I don't know what you're doing at this point. So Zion definitely played well. Again, could have had 3 interceptions with this team. WTB, absolutely. Joe Sway, greetings, guys, here calling baseball games at St. Leo University. Enjoy your Sunday. Congratulations, my friend. Absolutely congratulations. Fire the cannons for that and give you the air horn. Let's go out to Christopher Cole here. I don't see anything about that. There was nothing about that. That was fake news. Ricky Santiago, Jordan Whitehead's going to have a pick today. I mean, that's what I want you guys to talk about here instead of this stupid, fake, erroneous news put out there by Cam. Who's your player of the game? What are your key matchups that you're looking at? You know, you look at Evans versus Surtain Jr. That could definitely be a matchup worth watching. He could lock up Evans. Then again, he also had 3 penalties last week. So could Mike Evans draw some pass interference, which, again, we know that penalties can definitely tell a story. You may not necessarily have the statistics that you want as a team, but they can change the complexion of the game with getting those pass interference calls. So Jordan Whitehead, definitely, I like that. I really like that a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
Bronco fans are walking by right now at What the Buck. Let's go back out to Eric. We're not gonna do that. It's not April Fool's. You're just a fool at this point. Cam Johnson is out too. He is out of the game, which is disappointing for the young man. He's been dealing with injuries throughout training camp. I know that the Bucs are excited about his explosive nature out there. Come on. How you doing? Come on. Get in the chair there. Put those headphones on. You're on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. What's your name? That's okay. Go ahead. Situate yourself here. We're live here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
On YouTube?
Yes.
Live.
Yes.
Sluts for the Bucs.
Okay. All right. So how long you guys been Bucs fans for?
Honestly, we just like the tailgate.
Like the tailgate. What do you like about the tailgate here, especially at What the Buck?
We like partying, we like getting drunk, we like the shots.
Our
Okay.
first Bucs game was the opening day. We tailgated. It was the best thing ever, and now we're Bucs fans.
All right. What do you guys like to eat for the tailgate?
Okay,
besides
so inside of here they have like a full thing. You could do like pork, chicken, the mac and cheese, the best thing ever. That mac and cheese, I'm like, what's the recipe? So good.
It
Yeah?
was so good. We were like blacked out drunk, and we ate the mac and cheese.
We're like, this mac and cheese.
It covered us up, and we were shaking shots again.
Wow. Go Bucks,
That mac and cheese
absolutely.
has magic in it.
All right. So what kind of shots really quick because it's getting hot here?
We did like a flight of shots. I don't know what it was. It was fucking nasty, but it did the job.
It's like a Bucks concoction, I heard. That's what they're serving over there.
I got a fan for you.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you very much. See, very nice. You got Bronco fans walking by on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. You love that. This is what you love to see. Absolutely. All right. Can you give me a score prediction today? What's going on? You got Bronco fans?
3-0,
So,
baby.
undefeated, no score. That's it. Bucks win.
Bucs.
All right, ladies, go ahead and tell everybody out there, webheads, what your names are.
Mackenzie Rebar. Follow me on Instagram.
All right, there you go. Mackenzie, follow you on Instagram. Thanks a lot. Follow me at the Sports Web on YouTube and friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. All right? Appreciate you. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate you. There you go. Go Bucks.
I love my life.
There you go. The Sports Web on YouTube or Peter H. Blake on Facebook. The Sports Web. The Sports Web, yes. All right, there we go, right there. So that's what you get here. As I'm sweating, we're about ready to wrap this puppy up here, take some more phone calls. Let's go out to Curtis. Curtis, welcome to the Evolution, live here from What the Buck.
What's up, bro?
Bro, what's up? What do you think is up, man? Bucks versus the Broncos. We're ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, sure, do it.
I'm nervous.
Why? Why are you nervous? Tell me.
I don't know, because it's just like I feel like sometimes when we play teams that are mediocre, we play mediocre.
Very true. Very true.
And I'm like, it makes me nervous. Like, I mean, I really want us to go out there and go in here and just blow the doors off of their ass. But
you don't think
know.
they can? You don't think they will?
I don't know.
All right.
Plus Sean Payton, like, he always has had his thing with the Bucs, man. Like, I don't know, but
yeah,
I'm confident. I'm still confident we'll win the game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, give me a score. Give me first a player of the game, and then also give me a score prediction.
Well, I'm going to tell you this: whatever receiver Patrick Surtain is not guarding, because
he's tough.
I think
it's a tough.
I think they're going to try to get him to lock up Mike.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see them put Mike in a slot a little bit more to get him some, But let's go with Rashard White.
Okay.
Let's go with Rashard White, and I'm thinking 35, maybe 28.
Wow,
something like that.
35-28. So you think a high-scoring game today?
Possible.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They got lots of injuries at this point. Once again, Vita Vea out of this game.
How long is Vita out for?
Well, that's to be determined at this point, and we'll see. Hopefully, they can get him back for the Philadelphia Eagles next week, because that's a big game for the Bucs, of course. And,
yes, it is.
They're going to need him, especially with the tush push and Jalen Hurts, and you need Vita Vea any way it goes, because of what he does, what kind of chaos he can cause, and what kind of penetration he can get against that opposing offensive line. My friend.
Absolutely. Well, let's say go Bucs. I love to see Mike Evans have a huge game today. And I'm finally home to watch a game in peace at home.
Wow, congratulations. What do you got eats today? Because I'm kind of disappointed by Bradford. Scott for Bucs Life was supposed to bring me some food. I'm right here by the barbecue place. It's so tempting. So I feel like
you better go get some barbecue, bro.
Well, listen, I got to get off the air here so I can get up to the press box and see my good buddies up there, Mr. J.P. Peterson, of course, Ira Kaufman, and give my customary 3 or 4 plates.
You can almost never go wrong with brisket.
Brisket sounds really good right now, my friend.
Yeah, you
really
can
good.
never almost go wrong with brisket.
And I didn't eat breakfast specifically for the fact that I was thinking I was going to eat here, but I'm not. I want those ladies to come back with that fan because the sun is starting to beat down just a little bit here.
Yeah, somebody take care of my boy out there, man. We can't be having my boy out there sweating like that.
They tried to give me the tent. The tent didn't look good. We got shadows and everything else. I wasn't going to do a shadow shot. I'm not that type of dude. So we're gonna make sure to brave it, but we're gonna get off here in a couple minutes, probably about 5 or 10 minutes. Get my prediction. Anything else here?
Let's just, you know what? Let's go Bucs. I want Baker to continue on the trend he's on because he's looking good, and let's just keep this train rolling, baby.
He's looking like an MVP type of candidate with 5 touchdowns, 1 interception coming into this game. I definitely think he can do some big things, even versus a Patrick Surtain Jr. They don't have a lot on defense. I like the Bucs in this game, but we'll give out the score prediction just a little bit. Curtis, thanks a lot for the call. Tune in to the post-game edition of the Evolution in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show live on the field. All right, my friend?
Got you.
All right, good stuff there. Let's go back out to the comments, and then we will wrap this up for the day. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, let's go out to Michael. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go out to Oscar. Go Bucs. Absolutely go Bucs.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Ricky says, Bucking. So that's your player of the game. I picked him up on fantasy football. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to start him or not. There's a concerning factor, even though it's a minor groin injury. Can White today get some big-time yards? I'm going to read this comment, and then we're going to absolutely roast this guy once the Bucs do beat the Broncos. Bucs lose 35-13. This is what you get for that. Let's go out to Ricky. I always love Baker. All right, good stuff. Thank you very much. Absolutely, go Bucs. No, go Bucs. It's not go Broncos. Broncos walking around. Fans walking around right now. What are you thinking? Sapp is on the Colorado coaching staff. Let's go out to Game On here. Good morning, Peter. My Bucs brothers and sisters. Give me let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Todd Bowles. And this. All right, good stuff. Let's go out to space. When do man? Me and Mauricio will be watching and winning some money. Let's go, Tampa. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and get this guy on. Great segue. Here we go. Professional handicapper extraordinaire here of this show, Mr. Harry the Greek. Welcome to the Evolution of Sports Talk Television in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show here live from What the Fuck. Where you been, my friend? You pumped up? You ready to go for your Bears today? You ready to go for the Bucs today against the Broncos? Welcome.
Let's go Bucs today, baby. How you doing, Peter?
I'm doing good. I'm baking, and hopefully Baker Mayfield is able to bake today versus this Broncos defense. Give me a rundown of how you see this matchup playing out for Bucs fans out there versus the Denver Broncos, who are still looking for their first win of the season with a rookie quarterback, by the way.
Well, I'll tell you what, Peter. This game should not be as close as what people are thinking. And I heard Curtis. He's shaking like a little whore in church over there in Newport Richie, thinking that the Ducks are going to have problems. That's not going to happen today. And let me be really clear. What's going to define this team is going to be predicated on what they do in this game today. And I'm going to explain what I mean. You're a 6.5 point favorite. Theoretically, this team should just absolutely continue to mow across them. If they play complacent, lackadaisical, let Denver hang around, then they're not the team that we thought they were. But, Peter, I'll let it right out of the bag. This is my game of the week. I think the Bucs win by 24. I think this is going to be a complete domination. If you've got Mike Evans in your fantasy, drop him. He's not going to have the greatest of day. Baker Mayfield, they're going to be like, hey, pick your poison, because Godwin's going to go off real big today, real big.
Yeah, Godwin has been able to do that, and we've kind of talked about this on this show with him being put back in his natural position. You have seen, him not only have that chemistry and develop that chemistry, the last couple of years where Baker Mayfield will necessarily be the focal point of the offense, because we know that the Lions did that. They bracketed coverage towards Evans. They shut him down. Okay, if you're going to shut him down, then you got to deal with Chris Godwin. Talk about Godwin in the slot for the Bucs.
I mean, what else am I going to say? He's playing his natural position right now. He's sitting up there in the slot. You're usually taking on your third, sometimes even your fourth best DB that's on the roster. And in occasions with certain teams, they're putting a safety on the slot receiver, and it's not even a DB. I mean, he's going to eat, man. He's going to get fed, and he's going to eat. Baker Mayfield's too good right now. He's really rolling. And again, I can't say enough about it. This is an exciting game to watch if you're a Buck fan. I'm sorry, Denver, but I don't have much positive to say about what's going to happen. And forget about the Sean Payton thing. This isn't New Orleans.
No, it's definitely not New Orleans, and he's been able to show that. And you talk about New Orleans. He was given the nickname quarterback whisperer for what he was able to do with Teddy Bridgewater. Last couple of years, Russell Wilson, not so much, and now Bo Nix coming in here. You weren't the biggest Nix fan. You said that he was a bust. Already has 4 interceptions, only 246 passing yards, but he's definitely struggled, and this really works out to the Bucs defense's advantage here, especially with Todd Bowles versus a rookie quarterback. Talk about this matchup, the Bucs defense, even without a Vita Vea, Kalijah Kancey, and Antoine Winfield Jr. versus Bo Nix. How do you see this matchup playing out?
Bo Nix is going to have some success in the passing game today. They're going to try to change it up because obviously what happened in the first 2 games is just not working for the Denver Broncos. I'm not a huge Bo Nix fan. I mean, anybody that's 100 years old coming out of college, and you spend 5 years at Auburn, okay, and then you finally get transferred, and all of a sudden, wow, it's a miracle. No, it's not a miracle. It's not. You're not playing in the SEC anymore. Okay, you had to wake up and smell the coffee. Bo Nix is not the quarterback that everybody thought he was going to be, and I think he was drafted way too high.
All right, we're wrapping it up here. We got Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, live here from What the Buck Tailgate. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter on the sports web. Let's talk about some of the picks for the day because, again, we're going to wrap this up. It's getting hot. I'm getting ready to get into the press box, have my customary 3 to 4, maybe even 5 plates. Bananas Foster at halftime, and also that self-serve ice cream is calling my name.
You and your Bananas Foster. Oh, my God.
I love it.
Today, Peter, I like Tampa minus the 6 again at home against the Denver Broncos. Games to really look out for. Tennessee at home against Green Bay. That story about Malik Willis is not going to have the same type of effect. I think Tennessee wins this game, and I think they get their first win. Houston at Minnesota, stay away from the game. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. How interesting. Pittsburgh's a 2.5-point favorite after starting the season as being an underdog in back-to-back games. If you had to play that game, you take the Chargers and the points. The Giants at Cleveland. Really?
And then
really? Hey, what am I going to tell you about that game, man? Forget about it. But you want to know something?
Who wins that game, though? What's worse? That decision to overpay Deshaun Watson with, once again, some allegations coming out. There's allegations, but he's had many of those allegations, and he's absolutely not been good for the Browns. Or, Daniel Jones, who's been a complete and total disaster for the Giants. What's worse at that point?
You know what? Danny Jones is going to have a better game today. I think the Giants are going to play a little bit better. Very similar to what the Denver Broncos are going through. What hasn't worked in the first 2 weeks, they are going to throw some wrinkles in there. You're going to see a lot of misdirection, for Denver. And you're also going to see that for the Giants today as well. But I just don't see how they win this game. I don't even know how they even cover it. I'm afraid of it. And you know what? Deshaun Watson's playing a lot better this year. That team is starting to roll a little bit. You got to be afraid of the dogs up there, especially in the dog pound. But that's not a game I'm really interested in betting. Philadelphia is at New Orleans, Pete. Very interesting game. Everybody's down on what happened with Philadelphia. Everybody should be down on what Vic Fangio did at the end of the game in the final minute of the game when he gave Kirk Cousins, everything that was open in such a soft zone, and one lucky play, next thing you know, you win a football game. Let me tell you something. Philadelphia is not a bad football team. That defense is going to get after it. New Orleans, in my opinion, is a little bit overrated. They're a favorite at home. Take Philadelphia on the money line. Don't even bother with the points. I don't typically like road underdogs. But I can't help myself here. Carolina at Las Vegas Raiders, pass. Miami at Seattle, do not play this game. Do not. Play the second half. You got to see what's going to happen. You have no idea what's going to go on in that game because you haven't seen the quarterback play. Baltimore, Dallas, Peter. Another interesting game. Does Baltimore go to 0-3? Simply stated, yes, they do. They go to 0-3.
Wow.
Dallas is an underdog at home. Always play dogs at home. Detroit at Arizona, stay away from the game, but there's a reason why Detroit's only a 3-point favorite to the Arizona Cardinals. That's because they got exposed last week by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stay away from the game, though. If you want to bet it, bet the second half. San Francisco at the Rams. San Francisco's dinged up pretty bad. Take the Rams at home plus 6.5.
All right.
Can't hang out. Got one more for you, Pete.
One more.
Kansas City at Atlanta. Atlanta's getting 3 points at home. What a showing from Kirk Cousins. Don't be fooled. That was garbage time, baby. Kansas City -3 all day long.
All right, good stuff there, Harry the Greek. Anything else? Final thoughts on Bucs versus the Broncos or anything around the National Football League? My friend, you got to join me out here sometime. It is hot, but I tell you now.
I'll wait till wintertime, buddy. I'll wait till wintertime to get those passes to come in there. What are you, crazy?
Yes, sir, my friend. Appreciate you as always, Harry the Greek.
Your computer's getting overheated. I could just see it from there. It's starting to smoke up a little bit.
How you doing? Go Bucs, absolutely. All right, yes, it is. We're going to get out of here. Thanks a lot, Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. We'll see you on the post game. All right, my friend?
Peter, I always have to remind everybody, keep your bets low and your returns high. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks for tuning in, especially on the Sports Web. What's up, JP? You guys have a great day, and let's make some cash today.
Let's make some cash. I love it, man. Appreciate you as always. We'll see you soon, all right?
Deuces, brother. Take care.
All right, good stuff there. So let's go back out to the comments, and then we will wrap it up for the day as I will get in the press box, have my plates, and get you ready for Bucs versus the Broncos at the end of the game. Definitely tune in. So we'll continue to read these comments from, let's see here, Space Window. Says, yeah, man, me and Mauricio were watching and winning some money. Let's go, Tampa. Absolutely. Let's go! Dar Emmanuel, the Green Queen herself, as the Eagles are coming to town next week. You already know I'm rooting for the Eagles today, but I hope the Bucs pull off a W. Good luck. I like that. Very soon, sweetheart, you will be a Bucs fan. I can feel it. Let's go, PHP and Bucs. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go out to Mauricio again. Defense held Goff for 1 for 7 in the red zone. Big time key right there. And also third down conversions. And once again, hitting them 11 times. That was key. Even though it doesn't show up in the scorecard there with sacks, they're able to get pressure on him. And hopefully they're able to do the same thing there with Bo Nix. Go Eagles, go Bucs. Absolutely. Christopher Cole, in my opinion, Zion's first interception, the wide receiver ran into Itzy and first. Nelson, got to eat, brother. Absolutely. Go Bucs, go Bucs.
Oh, yeah.
Go Bucs. Let's see here. Oh, really quick. Ed, we got to run here, but give me some thoughts here. Player of the game, score prediction, go.
Is Vita Vea playing?
He's not. No.
Damn.
No.
Well, then the player game will probably be Baker Mayfield.
All right, Baker Mayfield. How many touchdowns do you think he has today?
2.
2 touchdowns. All right. Okay. Yep. All right. And give me a final score prediction, Ed. I don't mean to be quick with you, but the equipment is kind of burning up here, and they got to wrap this up here about 11:45, 11:50. We want to get into the press box here. So give me a final score.
23-16.
All right, 23-16. I like it. Yeah. Ed, we'll see you on the post-game show live from Raymond James Stadium. All right, good stuff there. I don't mean to be expedient, but I don't want to burn my stuff up at this point. All right, Christopher Cole. Yes, we could beat Denver with Trask. Maybe. Let's go out to Johnny there from Tallahassee. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Johnny Buck checking in. We're going to destroy the Broncos today. This is going to be our first blowout game of the season. 33-10 Bucs. We're going to kill them. I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Jeremiah. Raise them flags. Absolutely. Let's go out to John. Denver's going to get Baker acted. That's a Ray Kennedy thing. Like Sapp says, a wounded dog is a dangerous dog. Chuck, I believe you sent me some Facebook stars. Of course, Facebook stars, YouTube super chats, so appreciate that. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube and friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Let's go out to Braun here. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Let's go! Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs. All right, let's go out to Joshua here, who is all ruled out with Vea, Cansey, Winfield Jr., Luke Gedeke. You're welcome. Rod, thank you very much, Joshua, for tuning in. What's going on? Roger, the tribal troll.
Acknowledge me.
And let's go out to Braun, Bucky, player of the game. You know what? Why mess with it? Chris Godwin is the player of the game, and I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Denver Broncos and keep them winless, 31-10. Thanks a lot to What the Buck Tailgate. Join us on the evolution of Sports Talk Television live at Raymond James Stadium on the field in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Once again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake and do 3 things, Bucs fans, as we get you ready. Just an hour away from Bucs versus the Broncos. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. For fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, including you Bucs fans, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As always, go Bucs. Sports Web, yeah.